Hi, TMS families. Welcome to the 2020-2021 school year at TMS. This is sixth grade science. Hi, welcome TMS families. This is Mrs. Kruger's sixth grade science class. A little bit about me. I am a graduate of Cal State San Marcos with a master's degree in curriculum and instruction. Started teaching a long time ago and I've taught grades 3 through 8. My favorite still has to be sixth grade, and I'm not just saying that because I have your sixth graders. They truly are some of my favorite people to work with. I actually taught here at TMS 16 years ago, right before I had my daughter Lauren, and came back to many of the same people still working here. I have three amazing kids. Jacob is 19, Lauren is 16, and my son Nathan is 13. We have two dogs. This is Atlanta in the picture. We have another dog, Luna. You'll see my favorite things are the beach and the mountains. You'll see that a lot. And I definitely can't live without my coffee and a good book. I'll go for those any day. I'm sure you've seen the schedule by now. Just a couple of quick things. Just a reminder, every Monday is going to be asynchronous. So that means you're going to be basically doing a lot of work on your own that day. If you come to advisement, that day is going to be Zoom in the morning from 8:30 till 9. And then the rest of the periods, you're going to get on Canvas when it's my class time period, and you're going to do the assignments that are left for the day. For Tuesday through Friday, you will log on to Zoom at the appropriate time, and we will have a blend of synchronous, which means we're going to be working together, and asynchronous as well. A couple of things to expect throughout the day. So Monday, make sure whoever your advisement teacher is, whether you're doing Zoom or Meet, that you check in with them at 8:30. Tuesday through Thursday or Wednesday through Friday, whichever days I see you, make sure you go on to Canvas. You can get on through Clever, or you can log directly onto Canvas through TemeculaInstructure.com. And basically what you're going to find is the first few minutes we'll play our game. Then we'll get right into some whole class instruction. From there, I'll explain the assignments for the day and allow students time to work. And during that time, I'll start pulling small groups, and we'll be able to do some good work in small groups. It's just nicer to have a group of 6 or 7 students where they can turn their mics on and it feels like we can actually have a conversation and I get to know them a little bit better. So I look forward to those times with your students. The last 20 minutes are for intervention or enrichment. Intervention basically means if you're struggling with an area or a subject, this is your time for extra help. I will go over items with you. I'll give you some extra things to practice. Enrichment time, if you are getting done with your work extremely early and this is too easy for you, I don't want to give you more work, but I want to allow you to do some different science experiments or different things as well. Enrichment and intervention is open to everyone. So you can go back and forth. You might get enrichment sometimes and intervention at other times. They're open to everyone. A couple of things about our science curriculum. We are using the NGSS, or the Next Generation Science Standards. Basically what that looks like is it's a lot more critical thinking and allowing the students to do a lot of work on their own. So we're going to have a lot of science skills and methods. The engineering skills are teaching the students, if there's a problem, how could we go about solving the problem? They're going to be creating and building things on their own that they may have never done before. We will have a lot of good science vocabulary that they're going to need to practice. That would be on Quizlet, great place to study your vocabulary, and definitely a lot of scientific concepts and processes as well. If you want to learn more about NGSS, you can click right here, Parent Guide to NGSS. This slideshow will be up on my Canvas homepage as well as my TMS webpage, so you're able to access it either way. Here's a little bit more about NGSS, what their concepts that they're going to be teaching. This is the three-dimensional learning. So you can see here we have scientific practice and engineering, lots of critical thinking skills. We have our cross-cutting concepts. These have to do with being able to go across different curriculums. So patterns, cause and effect, all these different types of structures go across curriculums. And then here we have, instead of just earth science this year, we will be doing all three. We dive into all three as well as engineering practices. The curriculum book we're going to be using is called TCI. It's a brand new book this year, so your student is excited to be using this new book. It's wonderful. It has a great online platform, which is called the subscription that your student has. They also have a hard copy book and a workbook that we'll be working on as well. If you want to learn more about TCI, they also have a short video here that you can click on and you can learn more about TCI. So a couple of things that are going to be included in our curriculum this year, we're going to talk about atmosphere and energy, weather and climate, cells and body, that's a big chunk of our learning, and then genes and changes in genes as well. So I'm sorry, this is where you want to click on the link to get the video for TCI. It's a fun little video. Some of the learning activities we're going to be doing this year: designing experiments, engineering creations, lots of critical thinking, allowing students to think for themselves. We're going to conduct a lot of investigations. You will be doing some TCI workbook pages in your book and reading out of the book. We're going to apply the scientific method, which is actually what we're learning this week. We'll be doing presentations and also lots of vocabulary. Your students have already gone over this, but here's some information for you as well. The expectations of online, and this is when it is synchronous, which means when we're meeting as a class, there's certain expectations we would like to have. So definitely have them come in, be prepared, definitely being muted, definitely being participants in their learning as well. And so you can go ahead and read through these on your own. The grading component, basically we're going to be having participation is a big part of their grade. So that means synchronously when we're doing the live Zooms and doing small groups, but also asynchronously, which means they're getting on and they're doing their work on Canvas. The TCI materials do count for grades, so different workbook pages as well that they're doing. Notebooks, they'll be writing down notes in notebooks, doing investigations. We'll also be having assessments and discussions. We are graded on a point system, and basically we're just going to kind of see how this year goes. We're going to have lots of changes, I'm sure. So thank you guys so much for your patience already, and I will appreciate that in the future as well. How to help your learner be successful, you can kind of read through here, but definitely check on Canvas daily when it's your turn to come onto my class. I got from my own kids at home, I got them a physical planner that they could write in assignments, because sometimes that calendar looks a little jumbled on a Canvas. Have a work routine, have your materials together. Ask for help soon. There have been some students that having some difficulty. Please ask soon. You can ask classmates and teachers, and we all want to help. We're all learning together. I'm about a week ahead of your students as far as learning Canvas. So they're actually teaching me a lot too, and we're learning together. And the last thing, set a timer if you need to remind you when the different Google Meets or Zooms start. So set your timer so you can make sure that the students are there on time. Places to get more help. This will also be on my homepage as well. But if you're having computer issues, you can click here for the link to get the help desk. If you're having problems turning assignments, here's a little video on Canvas made about turning assignments. Getting on Zoom, thank you for your patience with getting on Zoom. It should be the same link for the rest of the year now. And then Quizlet, where you can practice. Look for an email soon about joining Quizlet so you can actually have your own subscription as well. If you have any other questions or anything else, please let me know. I look forward to working with your students this year. I already am so excited. They are the sweetest, neatest kids, and so I think we're going to definitely have a great year. So thank you guys for your support. Reach out if you have any questions, and I'd love to chat with you guys. Thank you.